Hi guys, welcome to this session in Microsoft Excel. In this module, I want to show you how you can use the percentage difference from feature in a pivot table. So on the screen here, I've got one example where I've got quarters down the column labels, and then it's UK, and then the percentage difference from the previous quarter. So just to check that up, there is a set of figures there, look, and that's adding up to 80. And then I've doubled it up for the next period, 160, and that's telling me that there's 100% difference in those two figures as you can see them there. So how have I done this? Now what I'll do is I'll just copy this layout first off, just to pull that over, hold my control key down to copy it, let go, and then just pull out these two fields and do it for the US. So first of all, if I bring the US down, so it says that gives you the figure. I'll change the label. Now you can't use the same label as a column, but if you put a space after it, it will let you do that. I should really put that as quarters as well. And again, I'll put an S after it, it should be okay. Press enter on that. I didn't change that one. Now I need to add another US down here where I'm going to use the change the information. So basically you click onto it, you go into value field settings, you come to show value as, and then you're selecting from this list percentage difference from that one, and then you've got all these different options, but I want the difference in quarters from the previous quarter. You can see there obviously there's no difference from the first quarter from the previous one because there isn't one unless you did it by year, but this is what's going to happen. I can change the label here as well, so I'm just going to put percentage diff there. That'll be the title. Okay to that, and then that drops it in there and you can see the percentage difference. So if I change some of these US figures, put 333444, so there's now a bit of a difference. What you have to do, as always with the pivot table, is refresh the data, and then that changes round to show you the difference. So it's exactly the same feature. You refresh the data as the data changes. The numbers change, the percentage difference changes. So if I do that from scratch, so if I click back into this table and do it for France, so I'm going insert pivot table. I want it on this worksheet, I want it to go there, clicking OK to that. So what I need to do now is I need to pull quarter into rows. That gives me that list, and then I want France in here twice. There's the numbers, and then now I'm doing the percentage difference. Clicking on that, going into value field settings, show value as, change that to percentage difference from previous quarter. Okay, that gives you that. Change the labels if you want. So that's just going to be FR space, and that's going to be percent diff, like that, and that's going to be quarters. That. So that's how you do that. So the last one to do is just Japan. I'm going to cheat. I'm going to copy this one, bring it down a bit. So it can come underneath a pivot table as long as it's not going to grow. That's not going to grow because it's just quarters. And then I now need to change these. So I need to pull these two out. Japan in twice. Value field settings, show value as, percentage difference from previous, change that to percent diff. Okay, change the label, Jap. Right, so now if you want to put a slicer on these, obviously You might want to just look at 1/4 at a time. You can go up to pivot table, put a slicer on for quarters maybe. UTR. Now when I click on the first quarter, only the last pivot table is working. That is because I need to format this slicer. So if I brought the slicer on first and then copied them, it would have worked. But up to slicer settings, across to report connections, and just make sure there's a tick box checked after each of these or before these. So this now will reflect all 4, like so. Second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter, and so on. Now you could have put all 4 of these together, but I did that initially, but I thought that it was looking a bit cluttered, so I decided to separate them off. It's just easier to see. It's totally up to you how you want to display this, whether you want it all in one pivot table or 4 separate ones like that. But that's all I want to talk about in this little video, how you can use the percentage difference feature in a pivot table. So thanks for your time. I'll catch you in the next one.